Yo, what's up? What's happening, people? Welcome again to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's your boy, IFBB PRO, and today we're going to be talking about workouts, cookie cutter workouts, and the truth about cookie cutter workouts. All right, so stick around, stay tuned. We're going to be talking about basic level workouts, the difference between these sort of workouts, and why cookie cutter, that sort of phrase, when it's tied to like working out, kind of means nothing. All right, so we're going to be breaking that down. What's good, Tyson? What's good, Kirby? Yo, Kwaku, I see you. What's up? What's up, guys? I see you. Hope you guys are enjoying your Thursday today. We're going to be breaking down the truth about cookie cutter workouts and sort of why that doesn't matter, like in terms of like cookie cutter workouts or the specific type of workout and it being one that many people do. All right. You know what time it is. Yo, I see you, Kirby. What's good? Gym today? Yeah, absolutely, bro. I got legs. What you got today? What do you have today? Respect, bro. I can't even pronounce your name properly, but shout out to you. PUSE_ASTUONIU. I see you, dog. Shout out to you. Raz, what's up? All right, people. So we're going to be breaking it down. We're going to be talking, and Kirby, shoot me a message, by the way. We're going to be talking about the truth about cookie cutter workouts today. All right. So we'll be diving into today's episode very shortly. Again, guys and girls, all I want to let you know is that you have the ability to ask questions and drop comments as this episode is going on, but I will not be responding to you until the end if there is time or if you have questions. And yeah, we can handle it there. Okay. Because again, I still want you guys and girls to ask if you have any questions regarding like anything relating to fitness. But with that said, with that out the way, we'll be diving into today's podcast episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo, what's good, meatheads? Hope you're having an amazing day, and welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's your boy, returning champion, IFBB Pro, Matt Butalik, and today we're going to be talking about the fact that every single workout ever invented, ever, since the dawn of time, is officially a quote-unquote cookie cutter workout. And what we're going to do in today's episode is we're going to talk a little bit about what makes a custom program. When I say custom, I'm talking about, a custom workout program still worth it, right? Even if the workouts that you're going to be doing in those programs are quote unquote cookie cutter, which sort of sounds backwards, but give me a second. I'm going to explain to you. All right. It's impossible. Okay. It's impossible for gym movements, for workouts nowadays to not be cookie cutter. Okay. Because, like, what's the definition of cookie cutter? It's like, well, everybody's sort of doing it, right? Well, like, let's look at it like this. Everybody has the same muscle groups that they need to train. So there are workouts that everyone is going to have to do or going to do, because how else are you going to hit those muscle groups, right? So if that's the case, then every workout is cookie cutter because every workout is being done by somebody somewhere, right? Every workout ever invented is cookie cutter, even if it is custom, because that workout itself it's already a workout. Unless you're training with equipment that's just never been invented and it's a new piece of equipment that you're using. Okay. Or you discover like a new muscle on your body part that no one's ever trained before. Because odds are every workout is for every muscle group that everyone already has. So every workout by definition would become cookie cutter, even if it's custom. Okay. So all you're doing is just workouts that have existed for literally since the gym started, right? And you're just doing them in different orders. You're doing them with like different tempos, and you're doing them, or you're doing like similar variants of like machines that target the same muscle group, right? So when I say workouts, I'm talking about the movements, not the way that you execute the workouts, because the workouts are the workouts, but the way you execute the reps, the way that your rest times in between sets, the type of progressive overload system that you use, all of those variables you can definitely tweak in a custom protocol to get more out of the quote unquote workout, cookie cutter workout, because the movement, the workout itself, no matter what it is, will always be something that someone else is doing, which makes it cookie cutter. But in order to make it custom, you're going to have to tweak it to the specific needs of your body and the limits that you're able to achieve. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So, for example, the bench press, the movement, it's cookie cutter. Who doesn't bench, right? But the way that you bench, that sort of sets you apart and makes it more custom, or at least gives you the autonomy to control how strong you get or how much aesthetic you start to look in terms of isolating the muscles when you're lifting and things of that sort, based off of the other variables that I mentioned. Not the workout itself, but the other variables, which brings me to another sort of point here, guys, which is the workouts themselves almost don't matter. Okay, the workouts themselves almost do not matter. What am I saying when I say that? What I mean is, it doesn't matter if you decide to do bench press or dumbbell press. Yes, you can isolate more one or the other, or it doesn't matter if, if we're comparing pec deck to cable crossovers. What matters more than the type of workout that you're doing, excluding the fact that if you're injured, then of course you can't do that certain movement or use that piece of equipment. The number one thing that sets it apart, that allows you to get more of an improvement with one workout than another, if they're targeting the same muscle group, is the way that you execute your reps, the amount of rest that you give yourself in between sets, okay, and the intensity that you train at. Those variables that you can switch, those are really what give you the specific results that you are actually looking for. Not the workouts themselves. It's how you execute the workouts that make them custom. And it's how you execute the workouts that give you those specific results. Does that make sense? Okay. Again, all we're doing here is workouts that have existed for like since the gyms have been open, since the fucking, I don't know, 100 years ago. And we're just changing the variables in order to get desirable results. That's what makes a good custom program a good custom program. It's not that it has 10,000 workouts that came from Mars that you've never seen before. And like, let's be honest here. We all know the compounds and the basics are what they build the good foundation. They are what allow you to get a good amount of muscle to build that aesthetic, development in your physique. It's the compounds, it's the basics. And so if we can understand that, then why do we bat an eye and go like, oh, this is fucking, cookie cutter. I'm not going to do this, or it might not work because like bench and squat or whatever it is, or this machine, that machine, it's cookie cutter. Like this whole mindset of, it's a basic looking program where it's a basic approach. So I'm not going to like, I need something more complicated because I'm more advanced. But let me tell you this. I myself, and I'm not alone on this, definitely there are millions of other IFBB pros out there that definitely, without a doubt, do the basics more shit. Why? Because they master the basics. How? By switching the variables that I explained earlier. What variables? The amount of time that you rest in between sets, the quality of your reps, rest pausing, all that stuff. The way you apply the workout, but not the workout itself. Does that make sense? Like again, like let's be real here. If you can find the workout on Google, it's been done before and it's therefore cookie cutter, quote unquote. Period. There's no need for you to change your program if you're still getting results, unless you're injured, you're not seeing results, you're changing the time spent in the gym. So that just means you want to either spend a little bit more time or you want to spend a little bit less time in the gym, or for any other reason to shock the muscle. There's your program. If you're getting results, those four things that I just mentioned, right? And the last one, which I said to shock the muscle, that one's sort of subjective too, right? That just means if you're not really feeling the workout, then you can switch around the weight that you're using, the type of reps, so on and so forth. But even if you do those things and you're still not feeling it, then maybe the movement just might not be good for your biomechanical range of motion, and you might have to swap it in order to target and isolate that specific muscle group in order to quote unquote shock the muscle. But that is very subjective, and that's something that I don't want you guys to take to heart, because I know a lot of people switch workouts on a weekly basis just for the allure of quote unquote shocking the muscle, which doesn't really fucking exist, right? I say that term just to give you the perspective that like, yes, even if you do change the variables, like how long you spend in terms of like the reps you do, the rest pause, even the amount of reps that you do, all those things, the sets that you add, all the the variables we talked about earlier, the rest. Even if you do all those things, it's still likely that sometimes just movements won't work out best for you because your body just isn't designed that way. Like squats for most people just will not work because of their permanent ankle mobility, or maybe they've got scoliosis or something. So like they can't do it, right? But there's always going to be something that they could do in order to replace and in order to quote unquote shock the muscle, which is what I use there for that little example. But again, I use that subjectively. All right. So again, the only thing I promise that will be shocked when we're talking about shocking the muscle is pretty much you when you look in the mirror months down the road and you realize there's no real strength or endurance gains. And what do I mean by that after just explaining what shocking the muscle is? Well, as I said, a lot of people will switch up their workouts because they're cookie cutter or the movements are cookie cutter and they want to shock the muscle. So they're going to switch their workouts up every fucking 3 days, every week, every month, whatever it is. And they're not giving themselves their body the chance to adapt to the workout, to put on the strength, to get the endurance increase, and all those things, right? Because they're just constantly switching and switching and switching. And the only thing that will be shocked if you do that is you by your self image and lack of progress months down the road of consistently switching workouts. Does that make sense? It's like changing roads at every intersection to get to the same destination. Seriously, is it necessary? Will it help? Is it going to get you further? Or are you just going to end up burning more gas to spin your tires and go nowhere? Right? You'll be just exhausting yourself and making the journey take even fucking longer than it already is going to take, because it's always a journey. It's not a quick run to get your body to the way that you want it to, or at least even closer to that. You'll be exhausting yourself and making the journey take way longer just because you aren't giving yourself the chance to maximize the outcome from the basic movements. The basic movements being those quote unquote cookie cutter movements that you don't really want to do, that you shy away from, or that you switch so fucking much without even getting results from. And like, guys, that's really what I have to say here today. All you have to do is understand this message, or you can continue to spin your tires and head nowhere. Because I promise you, switching your workouts every 4 weeks, every 2 weeks, fuck, even every 3 months could be unnecessary. And again, if it's anything less than 3 months, it fucking probably is unnecessary. And even at 12 months, it could still be unnecessary. Or 12 weeks, right? Like for myself, my workouts don't change that much. The only way it changes is the way that I execute them. Why? Because they're working, number one. All right. I'm still getting results. All right. Number two, I'm not injured. Number three, I'm not changing the amount of time that I'm spending in the gym unless it's like prep and I'm getting ready for a show, which is just additional cardio. Not really my workout is changing. It's not really changing at all. Right. So if I'm going off of that, then there's no real need for me to continue to switch up the workouts. For what reason? If I'm still able to get results from them, if I'm still able to perform them and risk free, or I'm at least not injured. Like, think about it. If you're one of those people that constantly switch your workouts all the time for the sake of just switching them, ask yourself, how much progress have you really made in the last 3 months? Ask yourself, is it even necessary to keep on switching workouts? Does it make you want to train more or want to train less? Do you know how to execute the workouts you're switching to? Right? Or are you just trying out everything all over again and learning everything all over again every single time? Part of doing one thing the same way for a long period of time is mastering the movement, the motion, mastering the rep, mastering the contraction, the very, very basic fundamental of just using your muscle. By keeping just one thing or a few things in your routine that don't change. Otherwise, how are you going to master the movement? How will you be able to properly sculpt your physique if you cannot properly contract your muscles in a safe manner that isn't going to get you injured? Think of it. You have to give yourself time to learn the movements, to master the movements, and then from that point in time, develop off of it. All right? That's it. That's all I wanted to tell you guys and girls today. The truth about quote unquote cookie cutter workouts or cookie cutter movements and their actual importance in the game of health, fitness, and bodybuilding. All right. That's it. That's all. If you like this episode, share it out with a friend. Thank you so much for your precious time and attention. Again, let's embrace your inner meathead together. It's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. IFBB PRO Matt Butale signing out. Boom. All right, folks. All right. That is it. I'm going to see what comments I got here first before we dip out. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Badman Bolo, what's good? Respect, bro. I see you. Chest and back, Kirby. Pull up 2. All right. Now, I might not make it around your time. I don't know if you're still here. Zao, what's good? Lizzie, thanks for joining. She says, OMG, what a beautiful face. Thank you. Brighten up my day. Thank you. Mario says, what's up, big bro? What's up? What's happening, dog? See you, bro. Lizzie says, it seems like it's been forever since I've seen you. I've been hiding. I appreciate you. Mr. GBP, Drede, what it is? What's good? Bob, what's up? Lizzie says, hi, Matt. Love you tons. I appreciate you. Thank you for always showing love and tuning in. Quado, what's good? Yeah, boy. I see you, man. Juju Bear says, what are we talking about? Oh, the gym. Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in. Beautiful ass man. Dead. Appreciate it. Jay says, ever seen No Country for Old Men? Nope. Hide from none of it. Hey, what's up? See you there. My girl has more muscle. Interesting. Awesome. So TikTok is just as retarded as it was when I left. Okay, cool. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Hope you guys and girls have the best motherfucking Thursday of your life. We'll be chatting soon. Peace, love, and motherfucking protein. We're out. Boom.